every card you see in this video is going to be available for just the cost of shipping at harmlessoffering.com. Thank you so much to OpenBoosters for making this donation. It is a huge affirmation of all the work that I'm doing here. And if you want to support the Harmless Card Bank and my content directly, you can go ahead and go to harmlessoffering.com, browse our merch, browse the Harmless web store, and if you really love it, you can join our Patreon. There's a link right at the top of the website. You can join our Discord and just become a part of the community. All right, without further ado, let's go in and take a look at this donation from OpenBoosters.
Guys, Harmless here with Father of Nerds in his house. I'm in my basement. But we're gonna open up the last box from OpenBoosters. The previous box that we just opened, not on camera, had a ton of Lord of the Rings Special Edition Surge foils, commons, uncommons, all that kind of stuff, even some rares. So you will be seeing that going up into the Harmless Card Bank, not this Saturday, but next Saturday while I'm at Command Fest Worcester. But this is going to be a massive drop. It's looking like it's actually going to be well over 5,000 cards, not just over 3,000 cards. So let's go ahead and dig into it and see what we get.
Just give you a little sample of some of the stuff that came out in the last box. So we have a Surge Foil Display of Power, which is a rare. We have a Surge Foil.
Ooh, that Hugh the Entwood.
We have a Surge Foil Faramir.
Alternate art at that.
Surge Foil Gandalf. Friend of the Shire. And then it's not a foil, but we got Gwai here. The Windlord, which is in my Landfall deck. Those are just some of the alternate art cards that are in there.
There's over 1,000 of these things.
Yeah, it's a lot. So a lot of these are foils too. So the good news is that there's multiple copies of each. And if you want to see the ultra hits that are definitely not in the free cards that we got for the card bank, make sure you go over to OpenBoosters on TikTok or on YouTube.
Yeah,
you want to see some real cool stuff get open.
All right,
let's get to the last box.
So while he's grabbing that, just so you know, all the cards, if you want to see what's going to be in this massive drop, make sure you join my Patreon. You can join as a paid member or a free member and join the Discord. And we are going to be posting what cards are going to be going into the drop on the Discord before anyone else sees them. So you're not going to get first dibs or anything like that, but you can be ready to add to your cart what you want without having to dig through.
All right, I just got my first handful. It's looking like we've got some classic cards again coming from this box. It'll be interesting to see what we got.
We started with some classic cards. We're ending with some classic cards. Ooh, 94, the Dark. Holy Light. Miracle Worker. Oh, there's a foil in there. Oh, okay. Oh, I was like, oh, God. What can I...
That's right, a foil from that era.
Flood, Pikeman.
These all got tumbled in. That goblin is the most hideous goblin, I think, in all of Magic.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Fisher, which is what I have after eating too much Taco Bell.
Giant Shark, Rock Sled.
How simple these things were back in the day.
I know. They didn't have a wall of text unless it had... it didn't have a wall of text unless it was a, like, flavor text.
Alright. Oh, we got some,
Is that Tempest?
No, not Stronghold. Tempest.
Happily Ever After. There's our first rare out of this box. Nice. Oh, we've got some Urzas in here. That's nice.
Yeah, actually, we have about... It's mostly commons and uncommons, but we have about 60% of this set going into the drop. So if you're looking for any, pick up some common and common.
Some Dominaria. There's a card from Dominaria, Mike. Mike almost bought a Dominaria box, but I told him to buy Thunder Junction instead. And then he got a Bristly Bill, so we can't be too mad.
Yeah, I'm glad. I always listen to Harmless when it comes to Magic because I'm so out of the loop.
Time Ebb. Riptide. Yo, that's some crazy art. It's a good start.
Good start. Let's grab a random stack from the side. Let's see what we got. We are gonna. The dark is like. There's so many of the dark cards. So if you like classic Magic, trying to find some stuff. Apparently, I should have waited to open the last box on the line.
Yeah, with all the surge foils.
Yeah. Well, I got it right next to me, so if I need to. There are some cool stuff from other sets. Like we got a bunch from
which
the
is
Egyptian set.
Oh, that's original Amonkhet. That's awesome.
One of the cool things about
is this box or the last box you opened? That's some Zendikar. The high-end stuff. So if you're looking for some...
this box.
Okay. Classic
So the
Zen.
last box did have, maybe 100 cards from Zendikar foils and from the older sets from some.
That's Amonkhet.
That's it. Also, if you play Pauper. So and it had a really decent number of rares too. So we're seeing a lot of common.
Oh, Frogmite got some Affinity cards in here.
Rare cards. For those who see the elements Discord, I'll show the number of unique cards going in, as well as the total number of cards, and then again the whole list from Mana Box is going on the Discord. So make sure you go to Patreon, join for free, get the Discord link, and stack there to hang out. See what we got here. If you have suggestions for what the card of the day should be tomorrow, drop it in chat for Harmless. So I can do them in little stacks.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. You can't go wrong with a 2-mana commander. Lower Bound Initiate, nice.
This is the kind of cool stuff that I like to see, even if it's not.
To fight. Well, that's the big thing about the
I didn't.
bank.
He
It's
literally
not
just
only about
unsealed this
having
box, so I'm
super valuable
learning
cards,
about all this
it's
at the
about,
same time
like,
you
people
are.
getting access to cards that a lot of card stores won't even list.
There's so
That
many
you gotta
cards
go out
in
and
these.
dig through stacks in order to be able to find cards, which
That's a cool
not
card.
everyone wants to do or even has the time to do. So back into some old stuff.
Yeah,
Yo, if he accidentally dropped a Ristic Study in here, I'll be like, are you kidding me? I don't think he would have done that, though.
Oh,
that Jackdaw might actually get some push with the changes.
But again, Open Boosters, thank you so much for your generous donation. I'm so excited to get these cards out to players.
Jackdaw.
There was one surprise valuable card
free.
that was dropped in. You're gonna have to wait and see on Discord.
I like the free running,
but it's sweet. There was one card that was worth about $40. I don't even know what it is.
And it's an original printing too.
One thing Harmless and I were talking about for. So these are really happy that he's not dropping
foil recipes
donations, but there actually have been a number of collector cards with values up to $10. So really a generous donation. And there's going to be some cool cards, even if you're just
Iconic Masters,
just under $5. I think that gives you guys more value. Ideally, you'd love it so that you can essentially build your own booster pack. Some Mirrodin, somewhere between 10
back to
and 15.
Zendikar, but that's going to take some time. See Merkwood Bats. That's a solid common.
The ability to grow this up to a bunch of these.
That's good.
Styles in the other box that won't be gone.
You got the bundle Samwise.
Yo, this is awesome.
So if you like this Samwise, there are at least a few surge foils.
Nice.
And the good news is a lot of these, so the last box also has pretty much any of the Lord of the Rings cards that you see. If there is a surge foil version, there's more than one that's going to come in.
Yo, that's my Ice Age. Things about all the donations. If you guys are sending in, is I'm actually going to have multiple cards that I can send out, so you're not going to go in and have to fight with someone just to have a card.
That's a rare one. I think that one's worth a few bucks.
Oh, Hydroblast. That's awesome.
Guys, by the way, we have sold some of the collector cards from Final Fantasy. Red. That's right. Really going to help get the bank off where we need to be.
Get off my lawn.
To use it. Got my own goblins. Partially, hopefully, we can get looks like a English
for the bank.
judge. And also we can use it to get...
It's quite the hairdo.
Snow-covered. Harmless has a bunch of snow-covered land siding in his house. Due to cost.
Oh, this is sweet.
Let's see what we got.
Monastery Raid. And ooh, foil shock. That's an old... Oh, those are some...
Masters.
What's that?
Blade. We got shock.
Nice.
Classic shock.
Yo, this is so much fun to watch, and we're back to those search foils. Those foils are beautiful.
There's too many different types of foils.
Foils.
I'm only seeing a few. Let me set down some cards so that I'm.
Well, we're probably gonna have galaxy foils in Edge of Eternity. So
I love it. Old foils look nice, but then usually they collector box yet.
They warp just as much as the new ones might be worse. Breakthrough.
Riptide Chronologist. There's a rare foil. Riptide Chronologist.
Nice. Pride Made. That's some sweet art too.
Yeah, Kitty.
Yeah, that's
legendary though. Sorry. Lonely Sandbar.
Get your old River of Tears. Nice.
What happened when Harmless deleted my Final Fantasy VII? Started holding this biggest stack.
His 99 hours, all maxed out material.
Old Visions.
I hit it for days.
What's the set with the pillar? The only thing that could have been worse would be if I
Chronicles.
Yeah, like the Greek pillar.
I'm pretty sure that's Chronicles.
Not sure I would have.
Or Antiquities.
I don't think it's Antiquities.
Cannon Ship's Navigator.
There were a few cards in there that were worth a few bucks. I don't know. I'm not that.
Fiery Justice. Modern Masters. Yeah, it's a solid card. Magma Jet. Oh, nice Mind Shatter. Ooh, oh. I thought it was the other shapeshifter. That's still pretty cool, though. Oh, that's cool. Pilgrim's Eye, there's a and Figure of Destiny. If that didn't get reprinted so many times, that'd be pretty sweet. Vivid Menno. Charge counter lands.
So, this is a great chance for me to
Nobody
talk
likes
about
the charge counters, that's for sure.
what's a set that you would love to see go into the card bank? Like, if I could get a box of a set.
If it entered untapped, it would be fine.
What would you love to see?
A monocolored land that enters.
Maybe you haven't been able to open because you're new to the game. Yeah. Anything like that. Let me know down in the comments.
Dream Spoiler Witches.
Background some more Urzas.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about this is OpenBoosters collects
the high-end stuff.
High-end cards. I finally he buys the good packs. So even if there's commons and uncommons, if you're a collector, there's a ton of foils from the older sets in here. So
Crucible of Worlds.
Also, if you play Pauper, you want a fancy-looking deck of Pauper, we got you.
Oh, Frogmite got some Infinity cards in here.
Have a personal deck doctor here with Harmless. So good news if you have orders is we are pretty much caught up on orders right now.
We've got 85 orders in, but that's also including some orders that I was missing cards from that we're working on sourcing those cards.
So yeah, if you placed an order and it's a card that you can reasonably get, if for some reason it was misplaced or misplaced by us, we do our best to make people for that. Zendikar here. Harmless takes charity and sends you a note if we can't come up with it for some reason. See, this is the kind of cool stuff that I like to see, even if it's not lands. Cards that. Yeah,
well, that's the big thing about the card bank. It's not only about having super valuable cards. It's about like people getting access to cards that a lot of card stores won't even list. That you got to go out and dig through stacks in order to be able to find cards, which not everyone wants to do or even has the time to do. So,
foil Swiss Sphere. Some Assassin's Creed raised etched foils.
Nice.
Let's see what we got. The Chain Assassination. This is what I thought was
Oh, that Jackdaw might actually get some push with the changes to Commander. You got your vehicles.
There you go.
Get your fancy Jackdaw.
Get your etched foil Jackdaw for Vehicle Commander.
EV free. Some of these cards are pretty cool. I like the free running mechanic. So
I don't even know what it is. Yeah, one thing Harmless and I were talking about for the card bank is we're really happy that thanks to
foil recipes,
many donations from you folks, we've been able to increase the limit of cards that people can pull to 5 common uncommons and 2 rares and mythics. With the shipping being at just under $5, I think that gives you guys more value. Ideally, we'd love it so that you can essentially build your own booster pack with somewhere between 10 and 15 cards.
But that's going to take some time.
I think that once we see the ability to grow this up to a fair amount of rares and mythics, that won't be gone immediately.
Another rest in peace? Yo, this is awesome. Adewale. Ezio.
And the good news is a lot of these, so the last box also had a ton. So the good news is a lot of people who are interested in some of these will have a chance because there's more than one that's going into the bank.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things about all the donations. If you guys are sending in, is I'm actually going to have multiples of cards that I can send out, so you're not going to go in and have to fight with someone just to have the card.
Thank you guys, by the way. We have sold some of the collector cards from Final Fantasy, which is really going to help get the bank where we need to be. We're hoping to use it to partially, hopefully we can get some of the next set to open for the bank. And also we can use it to get some features for the bank that we haven't been able to do in the past due to cost.
Oh, this is sweet. Hook played. Monastery Raid. And more Lord of the Rings.
LOTR. He bought a lot of LOTR. I got some double masters. Let's see what we got. Foil double masters too.
Yo, this is so much fun to watch, and we're back around to those surge foils or esh foils. There's too many different types of foils now.
I'm only seeing a few, so
we're probably gonna have galaxy foils in Edge of Eternity, so
I love it. I haven't bought a collector box yet. I did buy play booster box.
Breakthrough. A fun Pride Maid.
Little kitty. He's not legendary though. Sorry, Bazali. Inordinate Rage. That is what happened when Harmless deleted my Final Fantasy VII.
His 99 hours, all maxed out materia. I hit for days.
Materia sets, full, all. The only thing that could have been worse would be if I had to dodge 100 lightning bolts another time in Final Fantasy X. I'm not sure I would have recovered from that. What is this?
And a ship's navigator.
Actually, that looks... I don't know. I'm not that savvy, but that seems like a pretty good cost to...
Yeah, it's a solid card.
Back.
Ooh, oh. I thought it was the other shapeshifter. That's still pretty cool, though. Teetering Peaks. Get some solid utility lands from Zendikar. So this is a great chance for me to talk about what's a set that you would love to see go into the card bank. Like, if I could get a box of a set, what would you love to see go into the bank that maybe you haven't been able to open because you're newer to the game? Anything like that, let me know down in the comments. Back around to some more Urzas.
I would like to see whatever gives me the lands that I still need. I have finally neared completion. I bought some of the final cards, including a doubling season and a what was the artifact I bought today?
Crucible of Worlds.
Crucible of Worlds. So those are some of the big remaining cards I needed. So I need to put it together and have a personal deck doctor here with Harmless. So So good news, if you have orders, is we are pretty much caught up on orders right now.
We've got 85 orders in, but that's also including some orders that I was missing cards from that we're working on sourcing those cards.
So yeah, if you placed an order and it's a card that we can reasonably get, if for some reason it was misscanned or misplaced by us, we do our best to make you whole for that. And Harmless takes care of you and sends you a note if we can't come up with it for some reason. Got the Shadows Verdict.
Extended art, that's sweet art. Bounce lands.
Alright. Yeah, one of the ones I need is a bounce land. So give me my bounce land.
Look at this guy's Glaive Shade.
I'll use one of my
Fade.
Ooh, that's cool.
One of my 7 for the card bank.
It's like a goat.
It's a cat beast. It says it right there. Read the type line. More of the dark.
So goat line was
Ooh, foil Swissphere.
No. Expedition Healer, Pyroclastic Alien.
This is what I
we
thought
got
was
some
Zendikar, but it was
Modern
not.
Horizons 3.
Zendikar.
Let's get back into it. Those lands are so good.
Alright.
So that's an MDFC.
Got the Shadows Verdict.
So if you turn that card over, that's sweet art.
Alright. More Zendikar. So
Look at this guy's Glaive Shade. So if it's in your library, it's a spell, but you can play it as a land from your hand.
It's like a goat.
It's a cat beast. It says it right there. Read the type line.
So
honestly, every time I play against decks like this in Arena, I feel like I don't know where the extra good
Pyroclastic Alien.
Ooh, we got some Modern Horizons 3. Ooh, those lands are so good. So that's an MDFC. Sure. So if you turn that card over,
it's almost like what is it? When you only it's like commitment to a color or something with that mechanic.
Yeah.
So does it start as a land?
So if it's in your library, it's a spell, but you can play it as a land from your hand.
Or as a spell?
It's like commitment to red or commitment to black.
Oh, Affinity for?
Honestly, every time I play against decks like this in Arena, I don't know.
Someone's gonna roast us in the comments over this.
I'm just like,
We're good at Magic.
They start, I see lightning bolts going off.
I have an excuse.
Oh, Oblivion.
Yo,
Energy is a
Herbrest,
broken
nice.
mechanic, that's for sure. That's awesome.
It's almost
I
like,
love that guy. Give my red creatures haste.
when you only
Make all your stuff
like
come in
commitment
tapped.
to a color or something with that
I don't want any of his red creatures having haste. Because he'll play the pity card and pull out his little vial.
Adamant?
No.
I only have a CDH deck.
Oh, come on, it wasn't.
It's like
It's not even my CDH deck. It's bracket 4. Oh, Affinity for?
No, not Affinity.
When you're playing against pre-con,
Someone's gonna roast us in the comments over this.
$600 deck, and you're like, it'll be fine.
We're good at Magic.
I have an excuse.
Oh, Oblivion. Yo, Herbrest, nice. That's awesome. I love that guy. Give my red creatures haste. Make all your stuff come in tapped.
I don't want any of his red creatures having haste. Because he'll play the pity card and pull out his little violin. I only have a CDH deck. And
oh, come on, it wasn't. It's not even my CDH deck. It's bracket 4.
Yeah. When you're playing against pre-cons, you have a $600 deck, and you're like, it'll be fun. Finally. What's the red card? Mana. There's a card that was worth a few bucks. There's a red card that had mana in the title.
Looks like some of these. Ooh. For all you ninjutsu players. Invoke Despair. I'm pretty sure that got banned in a format, so that's sweet. Hidetsugo! Devour and Chaos. That's a fun commander to build. Now, I will say that some of the... I might have Father of Nerds go through and pull some of the legendary creatures out before we put them into the bank so we can put them into the 3 legendary creature packs.
There's definitely a good amount of them. So some dragons, since dragons are making a comeback right now.
Yeah. Got some more. Ooh.
Assassin's Creed.
Ooh, that's a nice conspiracy. Ooh, that's definitely worth a few bucks.
Ooh.
What must be done? More jackdaws. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice, solid number of rares and mythics going into this next drop. I'm glad we're taking a week off so we can get caught up.
Alright. Next stacky stack. I can't
How
wait.
many more stacks do we have? Oh my gosh! Ah! This might have to be a 2-parter.
Yeah, there's quite. Let me pull some out from the bottom, see if I can see if there's anything different. Like this whole stack here is pretty much foil Lord of the Rings, common and uncommons, with probably a few rares.
Elrond, Grima Wormtongue, Ioreth. Let me know down in the comments if you listened to Andy Serkis's audiobook of Lord of the Rings. It's so good. I'm almost done with The Return of the King right now.
I cannot have people read to me, and they might as well be talking to a wall. My brain cannot comprehend being spoken to.
That's a quote. My brain could not.
I am dumb. I can read numbers good.
I do numbers good.
Alright, what do we got? We got more Assassin's Creed. I'll try to speed through. I just love these etched foils.
Yeah, etched foils are sweet.
I don't know how good of Assassin's Creed was.
It was bad, but it was mostly bad because they made some really bad decisions around it. Like you saw, there are only 7 cards in the pack.
Yeah, that is pretty horrible. I'm so glad that I got 2 of the 1 card I need in one of the booster packs that I got.
That was so funny.
That was a win. And actually, the other day I bought a card. Let me see if I can find the card. I bought a. Which one was it? It was a Bluebird. Anyway, I bought it for like $10 from the store, and then I had bought a pack for another card that I want, and that was the rare in the pack, is the card that I bought. I was like, I don't know if that's lucky or unlucky. Some more foils from Modern Horizons 3. Let's see if there's any. I love these old style cards.
Yeah, the old border cards, those are definitely. Oh man.
Mandibular Kite. Skoa. If you're looking for a Pauper Commander.
Yeah. Do a true Pauper Commander deck.
Is it in a Pauper Commander deck? Can it be a rare?
So the way that Pauper Commander works is you choose any uncommon creature that's your commander, and then every other card in the deck has to be a common.
Yeah.
Selective Obliteration. So that's from the Eldrazi Commander deck. That's cool.
Right.
Another one of those flip lands.
Holding my arms up, I have no armrest. I need to plan this better. I'm debating. So I got some pretty good black cards, but they don't necessarily synergize.
We got some Weatherlight in there.
Yeah, we got a decent amount of Weatherlight in the last box. So I may solicit help from the Harmless community, Hannah, in building a. I'm debating on mono black, black blue, or black blue red.
And just so you guys know, I am planning on bringing back deck doctors. It's just been a little bit hard with everything I got going on in life. Doing those deck doctors to take a lot of time, but you are going to start seeing more of those in the coming months.
But the first 10 of them are going to be me.
Yes.
No, but I'll get my help on the side. What is this? I don't even know what set that's.
Well, if you showed me, I could tell you.
Oh, okay, that was the other side.
Oh, that is Kamigawa Neon Dynasty.
So when you said I'd like.
Yeah, it's a fun set.
I do like the art.
The full art lands from that set are absolutely beautiful.
Speaking of full art lands, there was a little stack of full art lands in the last box. Where did I set them? See if I can not drop these cards everywhere. So these were in the last
nice. One. John Avon. So those first couple, those right there, those are some of the most iconic lands in Magic history. John Avon and the island there, the mountain and the island. John Avon just announced his retirement, so those are sweet.
So Harmless, I don't know if these will be in there, but Harmless does sign full art lands, so drop one in as part of your order.
Got a bunch of Lord of the Rings foil lands. I love those maps. Go to the Shire and the Hills of Mordor.
Zendikar.
Assassin's Creed.
Zendikar.
MH3.
Little creature that looks like No Man's Sky.
It's I think it's an Eldrazi. There's another John Avon land.
These ones got a little bendy. Looks like in shipping, but nothing a book can't fix. Alright, let's see. We got this Iron Soul Enforcer.
That is from the Neon Dynasty Commander decks.
Let's see.
March of Ooh, Eater of That's sweet. Oh my gosh. That's a cool card. I like that. Tameshi. That's a sweet card.
Yeah, there's some bangers in here, you know? It's, again, we're not talking $80 cards, but good, solid commander cards.
Oh man, that's a sweet foil. Search Hacker
Big
Mag.
here.
Back around to some like this is the fun part about videos like this, is that like we're getting like a history lesson in Magic right now. There's so many different sets. Amonkhet is when I came back into the game after being gone for like 10 years. I originally played in like the original Ravnica era, and then I got introduced to Commander, and then I came back in, and I've been going full steam ever since.
Yeah, I think the latest set that I had bought when I stopped playing was Scourge. Which I still feel like is a recent set for some reason.
It's not.
Yeah, so I stopped around Scourge. I don't know where Scourge is in relation to 8th edition, because I bought a ton of 8th edition, a little bit of Scourge, and then my Magic cards just sat in a bin forever. I didn't really have anybody to play with. Harmless wasn't really playing at the time either.
Ooh. Cut to Ribbons, is that what that is? Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, Glorybringer. for all your dragon players. Glorybringer was a menace in Standard when it was in Standard.
3 mana to deal 3 damage to each creature. A board wipe.
That's cool. That shows. So that go back to that. So that shows like how much things have changed just even in the last 9 years, which is crazy to think that 2017 is almost 10 years ago. But that doesn't even have the legendary frame on it. That's a sweet, sweet, sweet commander. Another one. Let's go. Shelter Figget. Treasure Battle. I like the cartouches too. It's a common, but it's a cool card.
Mirrodin sprinkled in.
Then back around to our Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings fans rejoice because it's Sauron's ransom.
Full rare.
So good day to be a Lord of the Rings fan and a Harmless Offering fan.
Yo, look at that Satsuki. That's a beautiful foil.
What's here at the end? Is that more visions? Just one.
Some more Zendikar.
And these a little bit. Another bounce land.
Full Safe Flare. And we're back around to the Jin.
Good old Mahamadi.
Mahamadi Jin.
This card sucks.
It didn't when it came out, though.
Back when flying was a threat.
Oh, that's cool. There's Garrison. So many bounce lands, guys.
Yeah, and remember, this is the 4th box. So you've seen 2 boxes, and there were 2 more other than this. We probably got some 4,000 cards just in these boxes, not
including the things
some
that
of the
we've
other
added.
donations that we'll be adding to the bank. Look at that. I mean,
That is Father Nerds' brain right now, after
Sure.
sorting so many cards.
I swear I've looked at the same card 500 times. This was actually worth a few bucks though. Interestingly, it's like the only one in this set that's worth a few bucks. I don't know why. What does it do? Look at target player's hand, discard all non-land.
Oh, that's why it wipes someone's hand.
For 6 mana though.
Yeah. It's probably the art.
Maybe. You could do better with a black deck, but I guess for blue.
Oh, that's cool.
This is the kind of stuff I played. When I played, I liked big stompy creatures. One of my favorite decks, which rarely won, but that was the most fun for me to play, was Forgotten Ancient and Ancient Ooze were the 2 core cards. I just I did everything to protect them, and I grew them to be ginormous trample smashers. Unfortunately, when I came back with that and tried to play the new deck, there's just so much easy creature removal now that
Yeah.
big
Oh, that's
creatures
cool.
don't do too much. You need to have 7 billion tokens to win Magic nowadays.
Or a combo. Hey, look, it's your favorite goblin.
That's what Joe Biden looked like before he left the presidency. Alright. Sentinel Spider. This was in my Ancient Ooze deck.
Get that reach in there to block out those flyers. And guys, just remember, all of these cards are going to be available in the Harmless Card Bank for just the cost of shipping. We haven't talked so much about this in this video, but that is where all these cards are going. So if you see a card you like, there's a good chance you're going to be able to get it.
And like I said, this is the 4th box. There are a ton of duplicates. So if you're just looking for that one card, hopefully this gives more people to get a chance to get a card that they're looking for. What is that set?
That is Shards of Alara.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Dark Steel. Oh, go back to that. That's a cool card. So, I should play that against your Cloud deck.
How dare you? I'll just have to, the question, if you phase out Cloud,
mm-hmm,
and he phases back in, does that trigger his equipment attachment skill?
No. Phasing, while they're phased out, they cease to exist, but when they come back, they're not entering the battlefield. They're not, anything that triggers on things coming into play, they're not coming to play. It's just appearing again.
It's just Schrodinger's Cloud.
Yes. Ooh, that's a beautiful Dakmor salvage. Another Dredge card. Dwarven Berserker.
Look at that guy. That is a cartoonish. That is a cartoonish barbarian if I ever seen one.
Very 90s. More Weatherlight. Yo, that's some wild.
For old art, that is dope.
Yeah.
How are these in the Simpsons?
Oh, that's cool. Man, Weatherlight was a cool set. Barrel cool. There's another bird for you.
The original Scry.
And back to the Bailoff. Is that another Bailoff, or is that... I've lost track of how many cards we've looked through.
When he enters the battlefield for life, if he's discarded, he goes on the battlefield. This is a pretty good card.
Yeah. Ooh! Bagard and Hellkite. Nice.
Stabby Shards. So one thing that Harmless and I are hoping to work on soon is getting some updates and cool merch. We're going to be working with the designer of
my logo.
Harmless's original logo, and trying to get some alternates so that we could get some things like hats.
I've already got a quote in for how much it would cost to make hats.
Maybe some hoodies. I would like a Harmless hoodie. And then, probably going to look into, I want to do some cool stuff with the Harmless cat. I have some ideas. We'll see if Harmless likes them.
Yo, that art is wild.
This is me trying to stay awake.
Sorting cards.
Still have 3 stacks of Lord of the Rings now.
And then all this. Ooh, Mind Stone. Original Mind Stone. Yo, that's awesome. 97, guys. Look at that.
I think we got a foil of this in the other box.
In that printing?
I think so.
That's awesome. Nature's Kiss. A good old Berserker.
Still, like, these two arts are in the same set.
Yeah.
There's goofy goblins. Mogs.
Ooh, Return of the Wild Speaker. That's sweet. Oh, man, that was so much fun back in the day with Throne of Eldraine. Ah, that's so good. Let's see, are we gonna get a oh, yo! Oh, that's good. Opportunities to Open Boosters, thank you so much. This is such a cool thing to go through. And just being able to give all these cards back out to my community is so much fun. That's a fun mono white commander. It's like one of the best. Oh, that's cool.
That takes me back to Ice Age. That's when I saw this bad boy.
That's some sweet art for Icy Manipulator too. Auriok Blade Warden Stitch Strider. That thing's annoying.
Yeah. We ain't all about the min-maxing over here at Harmless. There's a place for it, but this is fun. This is just fun stuff to go through. The art's fun. The collectability's fun. The foils look nice.
Yeah, just like
a lot of these cards I've never seen in foil. I think that was the...
Yeah, we're back around to where we were.
Alright. Let's dredge up a few from the bottom here. What we got? Is all the same set? Pretty much. Okay. Badoom.
More Iconic Masters, I think that's what that set is.
Yes.
Blood Baron of East Gold.
Vampire. I'm thinking of doing Vampire, but debating between Vampire and Demon with black, and then figuring out what to do with it. I got good cards for God in Final Fantasy, but I've been reading that it's like mixed, the commander that I would have to use.
Yeah. Some grody art. Don't give me a strike, YouTube. That's some sweet electrolyze art. Festering newt! She turned me into a newt!
So happy I got to see that in theaters. That was awesome. I did a 50th anniversary. Oh, there's a Mind Stone. Foil. That's probably what I remember.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't Weatherlight. I don't even know if they did foils in Weatherlight.
97? I don't think so. Sweet Disenchant art. Ooh, Swords to Plowshares foil. Look at that.
Hell yeah. Actually, I need to get another Swords to Plowshare, since I need the one that I have in my Cloud deck.
There might be one in the Terra deck.
Maybe. I don't know why.
Johnny's Pride Mate. Where's all my life game players at?
Ivy Elemental. This was in my deck. I don't know why that's common. That seems pretty good to me because it doesn't have trample power.
That's just going on. That's just showing you how much things have changed.
I guess so. Having a 10/10 creature ain't nothing. That's a nice looking card.
Fury Charm. Any of the modal spells are generally going to be pretty good.
Oh, my back. Oh. Yoink.
Yo,
It's my second
hold
uncommon.
on. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, Day of Dragons. I had this one in. When did this originally? Was this Scourge?
It must have been.
I recognize that.
Hypersonic Dragon. We're getting some dragons here. I hate this card. Shroud is just so bad. And for 7 mana, ugh.
Is anything really 7 mana anymore with all these soul rings and artifacts? 7 mana is
Lord of the Pit. Getting some iconic Masters rares here. Look at all this stuff.
You know what we need to do? We need to have we need to do a survey of your Discord and see what we think the next what the universes beyond needs.
I mean, they just did Sonic the Hedgehog, so it's like, I think anything is fair game at this point.
I know, but I feel like there's some things that would be so good. I'm begging for a Naruto crossover. There's no good Naruto. There was a Naruto card game back in the day, which was discontinued. I collect Naruto cards, which are not playable. It's just a collector card. So having Naruto aligned with the ninjutsu abilities, I think that would be super dope. Also, they with the Final Fantasy set, Naruto has summoning, so summons would work with the Naruto set. Equipment would also work well. There's just so many crossovers that would align well with a Naruto
I mean,
set.
at this point, they've done Fortnite, they've done so many different things, so pretty sure we're back around to where we started on this stack.
And then the other thing that I really would love to see is like a Dark Souls Elden Ring. The art on that would be insane, and I feel like it aligns really well to the in-universe magic.
I could see us getting there eventually if Bethesda is willing to part with the IP. Ooh, that's a cool Smeagol.
Did I miss anything else good? Jeez. Aomir. Chris always gives me trash for
mispronouncing Lord of the Rings stuff.
Lord of the Rings day.
That's a cool Zareth. That's cool. Channels.
I just bought that. After this, I'm gonna have to use the Harmless card bank. I'm gonna have to pay for shipping though. Perks of living 15 minutes away.
And being related. There are people who live 15 minutes away that I'm not driving their cars.
That's true. Mark of that. That's cool art. I like that art.
Yeah, that's why I think you'd like the Neon Dynasty stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, all these are Neon Dynasty cards.
Go back to some Assassin's Creed. I just love those extra foils. Ethan Kenway. Look at all these. Etched foil. This is cool.
I see something fancy back there.
Charm.
Oh, that's Seeker of the Way. Yes, that's for all my Pauper players right there. That's a beautiful card. Wall of Omens. So many different Wall of Omens reprints now with Final Fantasy and all that.
I have all the ones in Final Fantasy. See, I need this guy, the Commander version, but I'm trying to avoid having to go out to buy stupid Commander deck just for this one card.
Oh, sudden shock, split second. Yeah, with my Enchantress. That's a stupid card.
7 for a 4/4 that costs 3 to regenerate.
That's a terrible card.
That is like negative on negative rare. It's so bad that you will never play it.
Another Ice Age card. Quicksand. Man, I haven't seen that card in forever. What set is that?
Skitter Lizards.
Words of Binding. Oh, ho, ho. If we see any more from that set, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's Prophecy.
20 of these in the second box that I opened. Not a ton. Nothing. I think they were all commons, but.
Oh, Temples. I remember when you were good.
Scry.
Yeah.
Enters tapped, but you scry 1. Doesn't sound very good to me.
Howard Lyon. Nice. Dirigibles. That could be fun in a control deck.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I guess it's all, so you gotta make sure it's not your guys getting wiped.
Yeah. Oh, what set is that? I don't remember.
I didn't recognize it either. I forget what it was when I scanned it. Oh no, the pure.
That might be banned.
I know there's a version with a different name from the original set that's banned.
Yeah.
The pure whites.
Ugh. Yo.
Oh, Odyssey.
That's a cool card.
Yeah, man. Especially with all the play off the top of your deck stuff going around now.
I mean, it's a lot of mana, but you're in
It's
green.
4, and if you know that you've got a 10 cost creature there, you can pay 4 to pay 10 cost creature. Very specific use, I guess.
Original Heroes Downfall. Beebles.
Oh, getting down to the wire here. Let's see. More Lord of the Rings.
More Surge Foils.
No, the last box was
Like
that was
all.
like a gem box. That was a fun one to go through. Less fun to scan, but these ones that got stuck under the flaps. Make sure you didn't hide a Black Lotus in any of these corners.
Oh, yeah. This is the last stack.
We are near the end of a very fun journey from OpenBoosters.
Again, thank you so much, guys. If you're on TikTok, make sure that you're following him on TikTok. He's recently started there. He's one of the OGs on YouTube, so you're probably already following him there. The Black Breath.
More. remember, if you didn't have time to sit through this whole video,
you can still get the cards.
So you probably listened to it all, but if you want to see the full card list of 4,000 plus cards that's going to be going into the card bank next weekend, go to Harmless Offering Patreon, get the link to Discord, and come chill with us. We've made Dragon, more dragons.
The swarming of more. Hey, Troll of Khazad-dûm, that got banned in Pauper.
Huh?
Troll of Khazad-dûm got banned in Pauper.
Did it really?
Because you could cycle it for 1 mana and then reanimate it.
I still need to learn, like, I've been seeing stuff about, like, alchemy. I'm like, I don't know what alchemy is.
Alchemy is weird. More Mirkwood bats, I'll take them. Hey, look, it's what Father Nerds was leaving in my basement last week.
Listen, you feed me Taco Bell, I can't be blamed for the result. Gimli. More Lord of the Rings.
Ooh. That's some is that Sauron back there, or is that Gollum? That's Gollum, okay.
Anything you see here in Lord of the Rings, I guarantee you there's a search foil of it in the other box. Wizard's Rockets, I don't know, but, you know, there's a search foil of Frodo. I know that. Multiple search foils of Gollum. Search foil for Ray the Orcs.
Back
So,
around
if
it
you
again.
see it, there is definitely an alternate art, or a foil, or a search foil.
Alright, guys, so that is the end of this box. Again, there were 4 other there were 3 other boxes, 4 boxes in total from OpenBoosters. OpenBoosters, thank you again for making this possible. You have, in more ways than one, kick-started the Harmless Card Bank into a new generation of new possibilities. Guys, go follow or subscribe to OpenBoosters, and we will catch you all later with the next drop. Don't forget to join our Discord through the Harmless Offering Patreon. It's free to join, but you don't have. But if you want to support financially, you absolutely can. And we got Father and Nerds here. See you guys on the next one. Peace.